What has been going on? I know, I made a video in a while, and I say the same intro all the time. And the room I used to film in, which was another bedroom in my household, is... I don't want to get into details, but my mom has like a small business that she made on the side, and that room has kind of taken that. So, until I move out, which is within like the year, hopefully, if everything's going right, everything will probably be in my room again. Which, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but like, I got this new camera lighting my girlfriend got me, and now I can't use it on my white background wall. I mean, I can, but it's just like a mess. I don't know, fuck it. But, yeah. So, what's been going on? This is not an update, this is actually talk about the game, but I thought I'd give a little update before we talk about the game. I'm not out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Haven't really made videos in the last month because I've been getting in the rut of my new job, and I just, when I get home, I'm like, I don't want to do shit, which I don't, and then, even though I don't work that many days, my days off, I'm just like, I don't want to do shit, so I don't, and yeah, I haven't done anything. So, that's why there hasn't been videos, because I just haven't made any. But now I'm getting more comfortable with my job, more like in the swing of it. But now school starts for college like in 2 weeks. So it's like back to square one of being busy again. But now that I've gotten more comfortable and I've been having a lot of time to myself, because the summer is kind of different for me from most summers. It was really busy in the beginning, but now like a lot of my friends have their jobs, friends have girlfriends, stuff like that, so it's not like I haven't really done much except hang out with my girlfriend, which is nothing wrong with that, but like there hasn't been anything that exciting happening, so I've been when I sit at home after work, I've been starting to play Yu-Gi-Oh! More. And what I'm talking about the game is, which this is leading into, this is going to be a bunch of, you know what, I'm not even going to jump cut it, this is all Raw. WWE Raw. Okay, so what I was getting at is when I'm out of the game for so long, and there's cards that come out, and not necessarily they're in the real game, but like how Dev Pro adds new cards and people start using them, because we all know when a game, the cards get released, they're not in the real game yet. Start using them in Dev Pro. Anyways, there's new decks, people are playing new things, and it's different when I don't play for so long. And I actually think the last time I played on Dev Pro, though, was like before my last couple videos, so when I was playing, I always have that one deck, and this is what I'm getting at. When you get back in, or you get out of Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while, or new cards come out, most people have a deck. It could be the deck they're playing right now, but it's usually like a solid like go-to deck. That's not necessarily the best, might not necessarily be the worst, but it's something to test the waters that you know can do good in. So you try to compare what you know is good to what the new things are to see what the power level is. I mean, maybe people don't do that, maybe that's just me. But, in the past, I used to play Evil Swarm a lot. And not a lot, because Evil Swarm's greatness didn't last that long. But it was like, for a while when it came out, it was like a decent deck. So that was like, Evil Swarm was like my deck I was using when new cards would come out on Dev Pro, because I prefer Dev Pro, even though there's not a lot of options now. But that I would use the comparison to feel out, be like, oh, this deck, I'm beating it too easily, so this new deck kind of sucks, or this new deck's beating me way too much, this new deck's really good. It's like a mid-level. I don't want to use the best, because the best, I have to make sure something's great going on, and I don't think I locked my focus, so if I keep going in and out blurry, I am apologizing now. But anyways, I was doing that, and I've noticed that lately, for the past year, so mine has still been Chaos Sworn, or whatever you want to call it. It was Light Sworn Rollers, but we all know that's gone, and I've talked about this deck before. And it's not that it's the best deck ever. I'm not saying it's not, it is, or whatever, but as you've seen from people who've watched my channel for a while, I played Battle and Boxers a lot, but now, in this state of the game, Battle and Boxers are not viable to any degree. Not even for, fun, non-competitive, you can still play it for fun between friends or whatever. I'm not saying you can't play it, but there's nothing that can really stand against what decks are doing right now, if that makes sense. So I went from Battle Boxers to Raccoons. Raccoons are still a somewhat okay deck, but I still don't think they're good enough. I think they're definitely better than Battle and Boxers, but I don't know. Some people might argue if you're a real Raccoons fan, but I don't think that is the deck doing. Everybody knows I was playing that for a while. So I was always off and on with Lightsworns, and I was playing Lightsworn Rulers, and then they got dumped. And when I made my Lightsworn Chaos deck, that is now something that I can still consistently use because they haven't banned anything or limited anything right now that I'm aware of. Like I said, I've been out of the game, kind of. I haven't been out of it like I quit, just, not up on to date on shit the past little bit of over a month. More than a month. So I use that deck for testing. And it's still, from what I've been playing on DevPro, nothing's really changed to the degree that I feel like this deck cannot counteract things. Because this deck, Chaos Sworn, can compete with the highest things and the lowest, but it will still lose. Like, it's varied. It's kind of like a luck deck, which some people can argue what luck is in Yu-Gi-Oh! But saying, like, some duels you might just get shitty mills. You're gonna lose. And it's the same thing with people saying you can get shitty draws. But it's not as consistent as, like, meta decks. So, yeah, you can win. You can pull off wins pretty often, because it's a very fucking, what is the word? Trolly deck? Spammy, fucking, just, what is that word? I used to use this word all the fucking time, and now I've been out of the game, in and out of the game, I can't fucking think of it. God damn it. Whatever. It'll come to me anyway, eventually. Oh, Sacky! There we go! It's a very Sacky deck. Because all the deck is, for who doesn't know, but most people know, anybody who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Knows what that deck does, because even though people not play my version, like, the idea of it is to spam Judgment Dragon. Use Monster Reincarnations and Eclipse Wyverns and a bunch of other Chaos Monsters within Lightsworns, so I can spam Judgment Dragon. There's other plays, but that's, like, the play. To spam Judgment Dragon and to keep using them to piss off your opponent. So, it has ups and downs, but it's definitely a great deck that I like to use to test the waters of new and bad and old and whatever, and being out for a month and a half, I've realized that nothing's really changed, and I feel like this is still a deck I will use for, even if newer stuff comes out and powerful, and if they don't change anything significantly, if they took out, like, a charge of a Light Brigade back to 1, or took out a Solar Recharge to 2 or something, I don't think it'd be that big of a deal. But from what my deck is now, to what even could possibly come out later, I don't think there's anything that will really make this deck change from my personal testing deck. So now this video doesn't really make sense. Somebody would be like, okay, what are you fucking getting at? What I'm curious is, and this is actually something, like, I don't care if you never comment on my videos, I don't care if this video only gets like 100 views. I want everybody, as much as possible, even if you're on mobile, comment, what is your personal go-to deck to practice things? It could be a newer deck, I don't care, you don't have to be like me and think that it doesn't have to be the best of the best, but what is a deck you like to use to test out new decks that you have come out on DevPro or whatever, or have come out in real life, that you want to compare how great it is. So you can see, like, holy shit, this deck, my deck before was, like, decent, now I can't even do shit. Like I said, I still feel like I can do okay. It's hit and miss with that deck, and it always has been for mine, but I'm curious what other people's are, and that's what the point of this whole long rant was. Comment down below what your favorite deck is to test new formats, new decks, whatever, to test the waters. It's also the deck I use to test new formats, as of right now, for whenever that ban list does come out in the future. So, comment down below, and I'll be making more videos and shit. Also, go check my video that I made the other day, which was a very short explanation of how Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been for me the past forever. But, yeah. So, I'll put a link to that right here, a box link, but it'll also probably be on the favorites right thing. But yeah, I'll see you later, guys. Peace.